Welcome to Just a Few More Minutes podcast, where three veterans of the animation video game industry talk about exactly that: animation video games and movies and TV shows.
Yeah.
I am Jeff Gabor. I am one of your hosts. I'm a supervising animator at Blue Sky Studios.
Michael Berardini, animator, Blue Sky Studios.
Way out in bumfucked Egypt is Mr. Pete Paquette.
Yep.
Yeah, that's him.
On vacation currently.
He's the one with the nice voice. Pete Paquette.
Really?
Sultry.
The one that sounds like
Sultry.
if you could fuck a waterbed, that would encase you and like undulate around you.
I wouldn't go
You
that far.
want to just keep putting that mic as close to your mouth?
I mean,
I can turn you.
I have to hold it, so it's always gonna vary. There's nowhere for me to put it.
No, you can hold it. I don't care. I just don't try to swallow it.
Fine. Is this good?
I know. We're
Is this good?
yeah, that's good.
Okay.
We're at our new digs. New podcast.
Our new digs? Your new digs.
Well, it's ours for the podcast.
Sure. Everyone, welcome to Jeff's basement. We're inside a home movie theater, for
Yeah.
fuck's sake.
With no projector or TV or way to watch any media whatsoever.
True, but some real cushy leather chairs.
Squeaky leather seats. Sorry about that ahead of time. Well, this podcast always starts the same way. An animation tip. And this week's animation tip is brought to you by the Thurmy Challenge.
Whoa! Wait,
It's
the
back.
Thurmy Challenge is back.
So, for those that missed the last Thurmy Challenge,
Have we only done it once?
only once. We interviewed Mike Thurmy, our director at Blue Sky Studios, and asked him a series of questions where Michael and Pete tried to guess his answers, and the loser ended up having to eat a jalapeno.
No. Three
jalapenos and a Tabasco shot.
There you go.
New rules. New rules.
Which we'll discuss.
This is okay. This is going in the right direction.
Okay. So, since as a host, I can never, ever lose.
That's fucking...
That wasn't fair. And
I mean, you're not the host. We could do
the host of the
a
Thurmy
Challenge where you are not the host.
I suppose you're right.
But continue with your new setup.
If I continue to host, then the rule is that if you guys, either one of you two, lose 5 times, not in a row, just in total, 5 times, you have to do the 3 jalapeno Tabasco challenge. But, so eventually you're going to have to do it.
Starting when, though?
Right now.
Okay.
Right now.
Game
Game
me
one.
and Pete each have a loss
Right.
under our belt.
So then, but every week has the potential. You guys have the potential to give me the shot of Tabasco and blah, 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 blah.
No,
If
don't roll over the blah,
the
blah,
3
blah, blah.
jalapenos and a Tabasco shot.
Okay, because we have a lawyer listening.
That's right.
Exactly. Well,
All right.
maybe he still is. I don't know.
If either one of you guys go perfect for any one game, I will do it.
So how many questions?
This
are-
week's has 8.
8?
8.
I have to get all 8 right?
Or Pete has to get all 8.
Yeah.
All right? Fair?
What if we both get all 8 right?
No.
Then
Like,
he has to shove him up his ass.
you guys agree on all the answers?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. We got to come up with something then. Yeah, that should be upped. If both of you guys agree with all your answers, because that's risky for you guys too, because then you're basically forfeiting your win.
Right.
Yeah.
So I forget how the Thurmy Challenge even works. Why can't we both get them right? Is it whoever buzzes
Well, because
in
it's
first?
it's multiple choice.
Yeah.
So there's no buzzing in. It's just multiple choice, and there's 3 responses, and you have to pick the right one.
Right.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
So theoretically, you guys can both win.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We're going to fuck you so hard.
Because last time, see that the last time with Nick, I put in a tiebreaker that would make sure one of
With
you guys
Mike.
won. Well, it was a number 1 between 1 and 100, so that was the tiebreaker. That doesn't exist this time.
No, it doesn't.
No.
That tiebreaker is called you getting bent over backwards.
Yeah. All right. So question 1.
Oh, jumping into it already.
Let's go.
Okay.
So we're going to have a mix of questions, animation related, so that we can like a professional podcast, and then ones that have nothing to do.
Sure.
You guys both know Nick Bruno,
We
who is
do.
our contestant or interviewee this time.
Oh.
He is a
Nicholas.
future director at Blue Sky Studios.
What?
Untested director.
Whoa.
Yeah. But he was an animation supervisor for many years, including Rio? Mm-hmm. Was he did he soup on Rio?
Actually, I don't know if he souped or not on Rio.
No, he was a lead.
Ice Age 4 when
Yeah.
I started.
Yeah, Ice Age 4, Ice Age 5, Peanuts. Was it Ice Age 5? No. Fuck me, I don't remember. He did some good stuff.
Not 5. Rio 2 for a bit, and then Peanuts.
Yeah. Was that it?
I don't know.
Oh, no. He was a terrible supervisor.
No, he was a great soup.
I know. He's probably listening to this yelling right now.
Yeah,
I did this, and this.
He's also like, I'm better than you. That's what he said, not
Oh.
me. That's what he said.
Okay. All right.
All right.
All right, so we're here to play the
All
Thurmy
right.
Challenge with... You can hear that, Pete?
Yep.
Let me make sure...
Cool. Tech check.
Yeah, I probably
Tech
should.
check. Right. Now, how do we sign in? Like, say, like, our names or something?
No, it's...
What was it
Pete,
about speed?
Pete, it's no, it's not no speed, just multiple choice.
Me.
Okay.
Well, I gotta go like that, but not.
All right, so here's the intro. And question 1. All right, so we're here to play the Thurmy Challenge with Nick Bruno, future director of Blue Sky Studios.
Hopefully. Hey, everybody.
Hi, Nick.
All right, so here's your question. Question 1. 2 people are fighting. One has their hands tied behind their back. The other person has their legs tied together. Which one would you rather be in the fight?
All right, so
Oh, it trailed off. What's happening?
Because it was going to go to the answer.
Oh,
So, did he say, this one I only made it 2 options. So, did he say he'd rather have his hands tied or his legs tied?
wait. Didn't the question say one hand tied behind their back or both legs tied?
No, both hands. Both hands. Your hands tied behind your back or your legs tied together.
I feel like I misheard, or you're dumb.
Probably I'm dumb. But either
I
way.
thought he said one hand.
That's what I heard too.
We continued to discuss it off the answer, and I explicitly made sure he understood.
Fine.
So both hands behind your back, or 2 legs behind.
And you were fighting your Bizarro version, like you're fighting yourself. So it's
Wait, does
everything's-
myself have any of the?
the other person has the exact opposite.
Oh, man, you're not very good at asking questions.
I guess not. All right, so Michael,
Yeah,
you either have your hands tied behind your back, fighting yourself with
my legs tied.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay.
It just wasn't in the question at all.
So you're trying to guess what Nick would prefer to fight as.
Right.
Because basically, do you want to fight with your legs or your hands?
I think Nick
Against the opposite.
wants.
Yeah, that's important.
I'm gonna go with hands tied.
I was gonna go with legs tied.
There you go.
Great. Well, one of you already is going to be eliminated from giving me the jalapeno challenge.
Well, not necessarily. Well, I mean, yes, necessarily. You're correct.
All right.
I was talking about the double whammy.
All right. So the answer is
Wait, you put it in the middle of
I
the.
would 100% choose to have my hands untied. Because I'm
His
shit.
hands untied.
So I would have the advantage over other me.
I'm leaning towards that too because
Yeah.
you may be able to get kicked in the face a little bit, but once you
Yeah.
get him down, grapple him. That's it. It's over.
Well, yeah, there's a roundhouse kick. Well, sure, that would hurt. And then after that, you really got to try to get up close and start squeezing them. And even I wouldn't want to win a fight that way.
There it is. There
Okay,
it is.
so I've already forgotten what he picked and what I picked. Was I right or wrong?
You were wrong.
But what he said, a roundhouse kick would really hurt,
Right.
and I wanted him to have his feet free. So Nick,
Right.
you would round kick
No.
yourself.
No,
You're wrong, Nick. Nick, you're wrong.
he said he'd be okay with a roundhouse to the face, meaning his
Right, and
his
then-
hands are free.
And then he would squeeze. I heard it, but
Yeah.
just
Meaning he would have to squeeze with the legs, and nobody wants to win that way. Squeezing with the legs,
okay.
because it gets very close.
Yeah, but it's against yourself.
All right, so that was an awful question. All right, moving on.
Hopefully, the next ones are better.
Ready?
It's not even at the beginning of the
I
question.
know, because I fucked up recording all this, okay?
Okay,
I put him in the right spot.
It's really stressing me out looking at all your files in random spots and not the beginning.
All right, that's why you have to listen, and I can't play it again.
Okay.
Oh no.
You're a brand new director, right?
Yeah.
What's the most important or surprising thing you've learned thus far? See, that one's like a real question, like
Yeah.
an interviewer.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so the options are: did he say 1, marketing has a lot more control than he thought; 2, relationships and honest feedback are important; or 3, being funny is king?
Can you read the first two questions again?
Yeah. So 1, marketing has a lot more control than he thought; 2, relationships and honest feedback are most important; or 3, funny is king.
I'm gonna go with number 1. Marketing has a lot more control
Okay.
than he thought. And I'm keeping the mic too close to my mouth again.
I'm gonna say B.
Relationships and honest feedback is your response, so let's listen to the answer.
Here we go.
My head is swimming.
You haven't learned anything yet.
I haven't learned a fucking thing. No, I would say the most important thing is relationships and having people close to you with honest answers, feedback.
See, that
help,
such.
full
See, we're both
suggestions.
sweating now. You're losing and I'm losing.
It is,
Pete's perfect right now.
A lot of
Don't
people
talk over our guest.
want to do or just think they can only do just what you told them to do, and then the people who do the best stuff will say, I know this is what you want and I think this could be better, or
Right.
you don't want the emperor's new clothes situation, but sometimes you feel like you walk out of some meetings and you got that and it's like, I just got what I asked for and I'm afraid I'm wrong. So you need those people you trust.
Did he go on to say you are not one of the people he trusts?
I think if he were to go on, he would say he wishes I was and is disappointed that I don't speak up.
Yeah. All right.
All right, so it's 2-0, Michael.
I actually like this new setup because I'm really happy that I'm losing right now and Pete's doing really well. I just want to see you fucking burn. I want to see that butthole on fire,
All right, question 3.
but not actually see it. Just hear
All
about
right, do you animate in IK or FK arms?
it.
And
Will you explain
the
that to non-animators?
So, forward kinematics or inverse kinematics?
Already too
if you were-
complicated.
Well, that's what it stands for.
I
But
know.
if you were forward, meaning to move, say, your position of your entire hand, like where your fingers are, you would first have to rotate each consecutive bone down the chain. Meaning, first do your upper arm, then you would rotate the elbow into place, then you would rotate the wrist in place to get your final position. Or with inverse kinematics, the last part in the chain controls everything else. So you would just grab the wrist, rotate it around, and translate it around, and it would automatically move the upper arm and elbow for you. So your options are 1, he animates in FK; 2, he animates in IK; or 3, he animates in both.
Well, doesn't everyone animate with both? But Nick is Nick, so I'm gonna go FK.
I could have sworn I remember him saying that he blocks in IK and then converts. So I'm gonna say both.
I hope Pete's right, man. I really do.
All right, so your answer?
Is B.
Both.
I mean,
I
two.
actually switch back and forth throughout a shot.
It's as good as answering anyway. That's what everybody does, right?
Yeah. But if I had to pick, FK.
Yeah.
So what?
It's both. It's both. He said both. Then he was forced to pick one, but it's both.
Yes, Pete for the win. Fuck you, Jeff. So,
All right, so this
hard.
is not looking good. Not looking good. All right. I think some of these get harder, so I'm not really worried. Question 4. Biggest pet peeve in a demo reel. So, for those that couldn't hear that, his biggest pet peeve in a demo reel. All right. So, when people get way too emotional with their animation is number 1. 2, when people use lines from other animated movies. Or 3, when they put cursing in the dialogue of their shots. Oof.
That's a tricky one.
I'm gonna say C right off the bat.
When they put cursing in the dialogue shots.
Because Pete answered so quickly, I feel like he's right.
You gotta play catch up.
I really don't care at this point because I just want Pete to win. But I will go with too emotional with their animation because I know you don't like that. You probably just stole it from him.
Oh, I was just listening to your podcast talking about demo reels. Biggest pet, you totally made it spot on. You brought it up in your last thing. I hate when people get way too emotional with their animation.
I'm free.
Like, it's always a guy at a bar with like one beer bottle knocked over saying how his life is coming to an end, and I just picture a 5-year-old watching that going, Mom! Like you need to entertain.
That's it. You need to entertain.
I do want to point out, while I tend to agree now, my demo reel that got me a job at Blue Sky had a guy talking about how his mom was dead.
Did it really? Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I honestly can't remember your demo reel now, but I wonder what it was that made us interview.
Emotionally sad.
You don't like you remember any of my shit.
No, I don't. All right, so I got 1 point.
You're just 2 behind.
I know, but Pete didn't get that one.
I know.
Pete, you really disappointed me on that.
I honestly thought I was waiting to hear the lack of entertainment as an option. So I tried to consider which one was the closest to that.
So
Unfortunately, I was wrong.
since I know you're making up the majority of these answers,
Right.
where do you come down on cursing in your demo reel?
Yeah, don't do it because you don't know who your audience is. Someone could find that very offensive. I think there's an occasion where you can put like a slight. Like I remember, Blue Sky asked me to do a dialogue shot specifically for them as an animation test when I first worked there. They used to do that instead of just hiring animators. And I had the word bastard in my shot.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, as long as it's like within context and not like gratuitous, well acted, maybe.
Yeah, it's got to
You know
be
what I'm
just
saying?
right. Yeah, you just got to be
Like
careful.
damn or hell is okay, I would say.
Yeah, that's okay.
Guess it's good I'm not in demo reviews, real reviews. Because if somebody says motherfucker, I'm in.
That being said, if you do put cursing in and your animation is amazing, you'll pretty quickly look past that. Like that's not going to stop you, but it certainly will push you over the edge to think this person doesn't have that good a judgment.
Well, nail on the head for this guy right here.
Well, unless of course you worked on the Beyond Good or Evil 2 trailer.
Seriously.
That hit it on the nose so many times, but at the same time it was really well animated.
Yeah, it was.
You know what I mean? I felt like it was written by like a 12-year-old or a 15-year-old.
It was pretty gratuitous for what it was.
Yeah.
Lots of F-bombs.
Anybody ready for question 5?
Okay.
All right, question 5. What thing do you wish you knew as an animator that you know now? All right. What would you wish you knew as an animator that he knows now? Now that he's all high and mighty, past supervising, now into directing. So, would he have been a better animator if he spent less time on the last 5% of polishing a shot? Or 2, he would have been better if he learned how to model and rig. Or 3, would have been better if he came up with a lot of ideas verbally first.
That's real wordy. Sam again.
1, would he have been better if he spent less time on the last 5% of polishing a shot? Like
Okay.
just taking the shot is good
Stepping
enough and
away
moving
from
away.
it, yeah.
Or he would have been better if he just knew how to model and rig. Or would he have been better if he just came up with his ideas and verbally pitched them right away instead of like working out the idea and then pitching it?
Going with the last 5% of polish.
I'm gonna go with C.
He would have been better with the ideas verbally pitched.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a director now pretty quick, so I think he came off pretty good.
Okay.
Click the thing.
I would have been such a better animator if I just came up with a lot of ideas verbally at first.
Oh, Michael.
Like a pose or the polish on a toe, or just communicate broadly at first. Just see if your stuff is entertaining and worth being on a screen before you get into perfecting an otherwise bleh idea.
Well, I obviously don't know Nick at all.
But now you know, as he's your future director, he wants you to just pitch his ideas. Just talk to him, man. Just talk.
I don't like pitching my stuff verbally.
Neither do I.
He likes pitching them anally.
All right.
I like catching. Come on, man. That's pretty funny. It's a gay joke, Jeff. You like those.
Question 6. What animal would people say you are most like?
That's a dumb question.
That's what he said. So, did he think that people would think that he was a vulture, an eagle, or a chimpanzee?
Chimpanzee.
That people will think?
Yeah. What would people say he's most like? A vulture, an eagle, or a chimpanzee?
Vulture, eagle, chimpanzee. I'm gonna say chimpanzee too.
Before you hit it, I will say he might jokingly say an eagle. But I'm going with chimp.
All right.
Monkey.
There it is.
It's you would say, yeah, no, monkeys are pretty smart, but then in comparison to humans, they're really not. So that's we got that. They could be loud. They could be fun.
You're talking like monkey or chimp?
Oh yeah, yes, exactly. But when I went to the intelligence thing, primate, chimp.
You're thinking chimp.
I'm thinking chimp. Yeah, no, fuck spider monkeys. I'd never want to be considered one of those.
All right, so you both get a point for that.
Yes.
We continue. You want to continue playing, even though you're theoretically mathematically eliminated?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, some good info on these.
Okay. Next question. Celebrity crush. So, who is Nick Bruno currently attracted to?
Jafar.
Is it Olivia Munn, Jennifer Lawrence, or Mila Kunis?
What are the choices again?
Olivia Munn,
Brunette.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Blonde.
Jennifer Lawrence blonde?
Yes. She's like only brunette in those movies. Hunger Games. I was just watching a movie with her before I came over here.
Yeah, but she's not naturally blonde.
I was watching Passengers with Chris Pratt, and that movie's not very good.
All right. Or Mila Kunis from That 70s Show.
I'm going Olivia Munn.
Pete, which one are you attracted to out of those three?
No.
Smart, Pete. Smart.
I would say Olivia Munn.
Both going Munn.
I mean, the last one I remember being like, oh, I definitely have a celebrity crush was for Jennifer Lawrence after. That movie.
That's a good one.
Yeah, what's that? What's that
You
movie?
fucking pervert.
Philadelphia. Okay, that's how I describe it.
Yeah.
Her and Bradley Cooper.
Yeah. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Silver Linings Playbook?
Yes, thank you. Had a huge crush on her after that.
That movie sucked balls. I fucking hate that movie.
Silver Linings Playbook?
Fuck that movie so
Oh,
hard.
I like it.
That is such a not good movie.
What don't you like about it?
Literally everything.
Oh, I actually do like it.
Every character in there is annoying. It's like
But they like dance.
try hard to be Little Miss Sunshine. Yeah, but it doesn't earn it like Little Miss Sunshine does. It's just such a fucking piece of shit.
What do you think about people that like it?
They're cool.
I'm very disappointed in myself on that one because I was originally going to say Jennifer Lawrence.
Some J-Law.
So how did you come up
Switch
with
it because of
Jeff? How did you come up with the other girls?
I thought of girls I was attracted to.
Oh, okay. I should have known. There was one blonde and two brunettes.
Yeah. You think I'm only attracted to brunettes?
I guess with that retort, no. Anyway.
I think yes.
All right, next.
Wait.
All right, now you're going to get the same question I gave Thurmy at the end.
Okay.
Would you rather have to sleep with Donald Trump and nobody ever knows about it, or not sleep with Donald Trump but everybody in the whole world truly believes you did and will never be convinced of otherwise? I think I missed the question, but we can go on to that one.
I was going to say, I think you missed one.
Yeah, I did.
That's fine. I already lost. But I feel bad. You put him through all this time and effort.
Yeah, I don't know what the next one is, but I think that was animation related. We'll go back to it.
Okay.
All right, so it was back to that Donald Trump thing that we did with Thurmeyer, which is you can screw him, and then nobody knows about it, and it's over. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Or you don't fuck him,
mm-hmm.
but there's no convincing the entire world
mm-hmm.
believes it that you did.
Well,
Or option 3.
Oh, there's a third option.
You fuck him.
You didn't mention that in the question.
I know, but I needed 3, so I would eliminate tiebreakers.
Oh, okay.
Or you fuck him and you own it.
Oh. Okay, well, I have a few questions.
Yes.
When you say fuck Donald Trump, are you fucking him or is he fucking you? Again, going back to the pitching or catching.
Right. Yeah, I guess I didn't really go into that.
I mean, see, these are important details.
I feel like if it's Donald Trump, you're
getting fucked.
All right, he has to come.
Oh,
This is awful.
All right. I don't know. Pete, what does Pete think? I'm just gonna choose what he thinks because he's good at this game.
I think he wouldn't do it.
But then everyone would think that he did it.
Yeah, but I don't think he could go through with it.
All right, I picked that too.
All right.
I agree with Pete.
All right, Nick's response.
I'd rather just fuck him, to be completely honest. And I would just tell her, just own it.
Yeah. And you get both.
I would do it because honestly, if you know how to get away with shit, nobody would believe you.
I don't see the advantage of that. In that scenario, it sounds like if Donald Trump walked into this building, you'd try to fuck him.
I would just straight up try to fuck him.
All right.
I'm trying to give thought. I was just trying to think of the answer is just to find a way to fuck him.
Yeah. So he would fuck him and own it. Not on the menu, but that's what he wants.
That's not a win-win, but you'll take it.
Yeah.
Not at all what I expected. But
All right. Going back. Oh, no.
What?
I misclicked.
Oh, jeez.
All right, hold on. It'll come up in just Hold on, it'll come up. Hold on, listen. Celebrity crush.
No.
Shit, what did I miss?
There's another group here.
No, I don't think that has anything.
Well, then you didn't miss anything.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
8.
Oh.
All right, we didn't miss any.
We did it! It's over! All right, so Pete won with a score of 5-2. We can now count this as
A unanimous win, and Pete won every question. Jeff has to fucking suck down some jalapenos.
Yeah, okay.
Diego?
That was very close. Honestly.
You did a good job. You missed 3, and I feel like if you would have thought a little bit harder on a couple, you were ready to convince yourself of the right answer.
I'm not good at this game.
No, you're not.
I don't like this game.
But Nick has some parting words. Just say goodbye to you guys.
Okay.
Is there anything you want to say to Michael or Pete?
Yeah, no, you guys are great. Mike
Cool.
is a real star on the show. Pete continues to be one of my favorite people in the world.
That's it.
Well, there we go. Thanks for being on this shitty podcast, Nicholas.
Thanks, Nick, man.
Godspeed
man.
to you.
We get all the guests that are my friends. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, you know how when we were students, people like we were impressed that people were even animating, like for a job.
Right.
You know, people are probably pretty impressed that you're friends with all these cool people.
I think it's more impressive that those people that would be impressed to listen to us still aren't listening to us anyways.
Yeah, put us back on animation, Dan, please. Just kidding. I don't want to be on there.
This episode at least had some animation tips.
So yeah, from a director.
All right. Well, the only episode that was on animation was our clusterfuck episode.
Yep.
That was not a good
With
one.
the phone that didn't work
Yes.
and all that shit.
That was not really representative.
I feel
No, it
like
wasn't.
Dan probably hates us. Like that's why he did it, because he just despises us.
That could be.
Could be.
Could be.
I don't think he's got it in him.
He seems nice.
He does. He is.
He is. He seems. He is. He could have a dark side.
A Dirk
A
side.
dark side.
Boy, I gotta pee.
There's a bathroom literally outside the door now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Outside to the left.
I feel like
Yeah,
now's not a
it's
great
called your
time.
mama's house.
And bonus, now you don't have to go very far for a beer. There's a beer right outside there too.
A beer?
A beer.
Just waiting for me?
Just right, yeah, right there.
Just waiting for you to piss on, man.
Well,
And a opener just to the left of it.
fucking... Maybe this podcast won't stop. Your house is really fucking far away now, but I'm going.
Really fucking far. 22 minutes.
30.
You drive slow.
Minnie drove.
Okay, Mindy drives slow. Pete,
she doesn't.
I don't know what he's trying to say.
You don't know what to do. It's okay.
Hey, can you put up your image again? I miss seeing you.
Yeah, it just I got a bad connection.
That's
and
too
then-
bad. Oh, there you are. There's the cutie guy.
Yeah, this is me.
Hey, so do we have any animation/video game news?
Not really. I did some searching, but I don't really care about the Dota 2 championships or anything like that.
How about, did you hear about the whole Pokemon Fest over in Chicago?
Yep, the Pokemon Fest in Chicago was borked.
Yeah, what a complete disaster.
No Wi-Fi, no server issues, all kinds of shit.
Yeah, so basically what this was like thousands of people from all over Chicago, all over the country. Some people flew in from outside the country to take part of the very first fest where you would meet up with other Pokemon players for like exclusive events that would take place in Chicago. And you would basically, it would eliminate people from cheating like myself, because you would have to have very specific QR codes that you would have to scan in, and then it would unlock these features. Basically, nobody could get onto the game, People were waiting in line for hours and hours and hours, and I'm sure their batteries were dying in the middle of that. So it was a complete train wreck. You can go onto Twitter and see people like booing, like a representative of Niantic when he was trying to talk about it, and they're like chanting, "We can't play, we can't play." So they, nah, I'm so good. So yeah, they had to refund everybody's money. I think it was like $100 to get into that stupid thing. And so they had to refund everybody's money. Then maybe it wasn't $100. Whatever it was, they refunded everybody's money and then gave them 100 coins, I think. Which
$25.
Oh, it was $25. Oh, so they refunded $25 and then they gave everybody 100 coins.
$100 worth of coins.
Oh, did they? $100 worth of coins.
Yes.
Oh, because that's a lot better. Because 100 coins,
course.
100 coins is literally, in terms of monetary money in that game, it's $1.
Hey, you know what's cool? The bathroom in your basement is nicer than my entire home. Dick. Keep talking about whatever the fuck you're talking
I
about.
haven't used that one yet.
Well, I have. How many bathrooms are in this house?
5.
I've pissed in 2 of 5 bathrooms. I gotta set this down.
Back when I was at Blue Sky, I used to help everybody move, and I'd always make sure I was the first person to take a shit in someone's new place.
I think you're batting 1,000 on that.
I helped move our buddy Trevor in. I'm talking into your mic now because I'm pouring a beer. I helped move Trevor in, and this beer has a pungent odor. And he thinks that I took a shit in his apartment first, but I didn't. It was just a good pee and a real hearty fart. So, like Pokemon, you still care about that? Cool.
It's fun to talk about how much of a disaster something was. That's fun to make.
This was a real big disaster. I missed it all.
But in addition to that, at least now there's 2 legendary Pokemon that are out there that you can get and that nobody cares about except for me.
Articuno!
And Regina. No, that's not it.
Regina Spectre. Lugio.
Yeah, that guy.
Lugia? Lugio. I don't know. I remember all them from my Pokemon days.
They're really cool.
They're not that cool. They're just birds.
They're hard to get, though.
That doesn't make them cool.
I've been in 4 raids and haven't caught one yet.
Cool.
That sucks.
Do you think I should pop open Pokemon Go?
Sure.
For the first time in like forever?
You have to be stuck here. It's going to tell you to update. So it's not going to work. All right. Any other news, Pete? Dota, Pokemon?
The Walmart.com started taking Super Nintendo pre-orders at like midnight on Friday, and emailed people that signed up for notifications and sold out in 30 minutes.
Of course they did. Nintendo totally having more in stock like they said they would.
Yeah.
Did you get one, Pete?
I actually got 2.
What?
So if my brother doesn't want this one, and maybe I think Jeff claimed it first. So.
That's fine, because I went on record last time and saying I refuse to buy it until I get Virtual Console.
Right. Oh, actually, speaking of that, the Nintendo app is now available.
Oh, yeah. Did you download it?
I didn't because it's only for Splatoon.
It literally does nothing if you don't own Splatoon.
Yeah,
it's
so
like
fuck
a waste of space.
Yep. So.
Speaking of Splatoon, I got it for my son.
Okay.
And?
We played the Splatfest too, or the Splat Test or whatever it was called.
Right.
And man, it is the same tired ass gameplay. The same characters. I didn't notice anything really all that different with the weaponry.
Yeah.
There's really not much to Splatoon 2 outside of the regular Splatoon. Maybe a little bit better graphics. Maybe a little bit more like bigger like town area or something where it takes place in its lobby.
Well, isn't it just like a re-release of the first Splatoon with like some added stuff?
It's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be a whole new. I think it's called Splatoon 2, isn't it?
Well,
It
yeah,
is.
but I think it's actually just like most like the content from the original plus some extra stuff.
Well, that's not very smart.
I mean,
Yeah.
they've been making bank re-releasing Mario Kart. They're re-releasing that Pokemon fighting game and all that other stuff. If people
Yeah.
will buy it, they'll do it.
Well, because nobody
pro-
bought a Wii U.
Well, right. So they're like, we could just port this and make all the money that we should have made last generation. Because we
Yeah,
put
that's
all of
probably
our
what they're
eggs
gonna
in
do.
Zelda.
They're probably also going to do that with Super Smash.
Oh, for sure.
Which I will definitely buy that one. Splatoon 2, number one, again, not a big multiplayer guy, as seen with ARMS. That didn't last very long. And two, like, multiplayer shooters specifically is like, it's not
Well,
great. And I don't even qualify it as a shooter. It's like, not even as deep as a
No.
Destiny.
I played the Splatfest or Splat Test, whatever. That I did not like it. I did not like the game.
No. It was, I really hated the first one. I couldn't get past the motion controls to control the looking around while you hold the gun. So rather than using your right thumbstick to look around, you're literally tilting the Wii pad.
Oof.
It sucked.
I think you can turn that off, but when I played the beta, I played it that way, and like when you're playing it with a Switch in like handheld mode, you're basically just tilting the screen away from you when you're aiming. And it's like this is not very smart.
Well, you guys, we have the game of the month, and it is Doom, which is also a first-person shooter.
Yep,
Michael, you've already completed it.
I did finish it yesterday.
Pete, you've made some progress.
Yeah, it's looking like I'm going away probably starting tomorrow, so it's looking like I don't know how much more progress I'm going to get to. But, yeah, I've made it about halfway through.
I have my Xbox and PlayStation boxes, so not a lot of progress.
Game of the month coming through.
I'll make it.
All right, we still have some time.
I've played every game of the month so far.
All the
Doing
way
good.
through.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't even beat Zelda on time.
Did I make Zelda? I don't think I finished it. I think I beat it like a week or two later.
Oh well, you
but
rated it.
I did rate it. But at least I played it.
Yeah. I think the worst offender is how little time I spent with ARMS. I think I genuinely played that for 3 hours total.
Oof. You didn't give that much of a chance.
It's more than enough to know when you really don't like something.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the entire length of a long movie.
Speaking of movies, good segue.
Thank you. It took you a little second to catch on there. I was helping you out.
Good. All right, so there's been a lot of good movies this year.
There's been a few good movies.
Well, tell me about it.
Well, I've seen 3 surprisingly good movies within the past 2 weeks. Number 1, I'll go in order of viewership. Number 1, Spider-Man Homecoming. Number 2, Dunkirk. Number 3, War for the Planet of the Apes.
So why did you put it in that order again?
That's just the order I saw them.
Oh, okay. All right. Start with your third favorite.
My least favorite of the 3, it's Michael's 3 movies that he saw in a couple past weeks.
Can I guess?
Sure. Rate them for me, or order them. You might be surprised.
I think I will be surprised. If I came in cold completely, I would probably say Dunkirk, War of the Planet of the Apes, Spider-Man.
Are you ascending or descending?
Descending. So favorite being Dunkirk, second Planet, 3 Spider-Man.
You're incorrect.
What about me?
Go.
I say your first would be War of the Planet of the Apes. Second would be Dunkirk. Third would be Spider-Man.
So both of you put Spider-Man in the last place. Why is that? Is it because I've said that I am real sick of superhero
Yeah.
movies,
Yeah, I
and I'm
figured-
done with Marvel movies.
Yeah, I figured you're just kind of done with Spidey.
Well, let me tell you, at the number one spot of the top 3 is Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Oh,
I was like astounded by that movie.
I saw it.
Yeah, and it was pretty good,
It
right?
is really good.
Like, beyond being a Spider-Man movie or a Marvel movie, it's just a fun movie.
The thing I like most about it is it knew exactly what it was trying to be, and it executed perfectly what it was trying to be.
Yep, and there's like not a whole lot of bombastic action, and I feel like some of the action set pieces sort of faltered. Climax, not my favorite climax of any superhero movie.
Right.
But like all the character stuff is spot on.
Yeah.
Being like a I don't know, is he middle school or high school?
High school. He's 15.
I guess he's the only Homecoming. But like all those kids actually felt like they're high schoolers and not 40-year-olds cast as high schoolers.
Right.
And like, I don't know, the way he responds and acts around adults, and that's getting into some spoiler territory.
No,
Specifically, but
I mean, you could get spoilery with it, but I do think like he genuinely feels at least like a teenager in his interactions and his enthusiasm.
yeah. And like, of all of the Spider-Mans that have been put to film so far, he is definitely the best.
Yep.
And I read a lot of Spidey comics when I was little. I don't keep up now, so, you know, I'm not an authority on what Spider-Man should sound like or be like, but I definitely preferred him over all the others by far.
He's nailing why I was always so attracted to Spider-Man.
Whoa. Like pitching or catching? Like which?
Isn't there the Spider-Man technique, that thing?
I don't know what that is. It... Oh, Jesus. Nobody could see that gesture, but I hope you could understand it by his little squirt nose.
Jeffrey took his left hand, gyrated it in front of his eyes, then made the little Spider-Man gesture at the very end, pretending to throw fake splooge across the room.
I mean, I knew it had something to do with the finger, the hand gesture, just not that. Like, couldn't you, like, whatever. One in the blue, one in the red. Spider-Man colors, if you didn't keep up. Anyway, I thought it was really good. I liked it quite a bit. The villain was
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton. He was, like, fine.
Did you think it was kind of odd that he was almost playing a very similar looking kind of bird character as his...
Birdman?
Yeah, as Birdman.
Yeah, but then even that was like sort of a send-up of his Batman.
Yeah.
It's just all very cool.
Yeah.
It's like a big old Keaton circle jerk. You know, the old spiders.
The whip.
Whip.
I like that. He's really good.
Yeah,
I
he's
love
good.
his mannerisms.
Yeah. I liked Peter Parker's chubby friend,
Yeah.
Ned.
Was it Ned?
It was Ned. I always remember it because it's Ned Stark in Game of Thrones, which is probably on right now.
Do you guys
it's
read the
over.
comic of Ultimate Spider-Man?
Nope.
No.
No.
I was wondering if Ned really exists in any of the comics.
I feel like he didn't.
Yeah. I think that was something they used in the movie.
I mean, he's a cool device. And I really liked his guy in the chair, like, little arc. Sorry, I'm burping.
Mm-hmm.
That was really cool. So, Spider-Man, favorite movie of the past couple weeks. Number 2.
Wait, hold on. One last question in terms of how good it is.
Yeah.
Better than Logan?
Ooh, see, now that's tricky because they're trying to be, like, drastically different things.
They are.
Because, like, all Marvel movies are all about being, like, sardonic and sarcastic and funny. And, like, there's also a little bit of good action, but Logan was being all serious and stuff.
Yeah.
And actually, I just saw, we were watching some Blu-ray and there was a trailer for the Logan. There was a Logan trailer and I watched that and I still feel like I haven't seen that movie. I saw it twice, but both times I fell asleep. So I'm going to say Spider-Man.
Wow.
Like, the first time I saw Logan, I was just coming off a really long flight and I was super jet lagged. And then the second time I wanted to rewatch it because I felt like I missed half the movie, but I still fell asleep in the same spot.
That's interesting.
So I feel like there's parts of that movie that don't work for me. The second half and the beginning are spot on.
Yeah. All right. I'll go Logan though. I feel like Logan's my
Really?
favorite movie of the year so far.
Whoa.
Yeah. So what's number 2 then? Dunkirk or Planet?
Number 2 is Dunkirk, which my hopes and expectations were way too high for it. Number 1, just because it's Nolan's latest movie, and that man is a brilliant director, in my opinion. I know some people disagree with me. But this one, Dunkirk, is basically like... You know how Christopher Nolan sort of has a stereotype of all of his action scenes are always cutting between 3 different scenarios?
Right.
And it's like always that intense action.
It's like a Star Wars movie.
Yeah, sure, but I don't know. Yeah, sure.
Right? And it's like,
There's like the battle on the ground, and actually he's doing the exact same thing in Dunkirk. Because basically the structure of Dunkirk, and I guess it gets into a little bit of spoilers, just knowing the structure of the movie, but I won't get into specifics, but there's 3 stories being told. There's the guys on the beach, there's pilots in the air, and then there's guys on a boat on their way to Dunkirk. And they intercut between that, but like the whole movie is essentially one ginormous action set piece that is constantly cutting between all 3 things. And it sort of feels to me like a cliche of himself. And like Hans Zimmer has always done the music for his movies for a long time, and there's always that really intense like thumping music.
Right.
And I think the good example is, and I was just talking to BJ about this, who's my music buddy, you know, but you remember in Interstellar when they go to the planet that has like the time warping thing, and the music in that scene basically sounds like a ticking clock, because you know like time is of the essence and you have to get out of there.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. But they use that for literally like 80% of this movie. So your stomach is just clenched the whole time, and it's just like banging you over the head. And it's, I don't know. I was just really disappointed with it.
But given that, still a good movie.
I guess.
What does that say about Planet of the Apes?
I actually like Planet of the
War
Apes.
for the Planet of the Apes.
My expectations for Apes was like, didn't even exist.
Yeah, you obviously saw the other ones.
Yeah, I did. But I'm not done with Dunkirk.
Okay.
I saw it in 70mm IMAX. So, like, not the fake-ass IMAX. You know, like, all those Regal and AMC things have their IMAX, but it's not legit IMAX. Like, the IMAX theaters that you used to go to at museums.
The Palisades Mall. This is getting a little local, but
Yeah.
that one's IMAX.
That one has it, but
Okay.
I saw it at the Norwalk Aquarium.
Oh, shit.
That legit IMAX. And that thing was fucking ginormous. And they shot, I think, around 75% of that movie on actual IMAX cameras. So if you're going to go see it and you haven't already, definitely spend the extra money, spend the time driving to one of those ginormous IMAX theaters, because that is absolutely the way to see it.
That's the way I saw Interstellar. That was fucking great. With you. Yeah, that was great.
But now this is, well, I don't know if it's closer to you anymore, but the Norwalk one.
Oh, yeah, it's really close. I mean, you're still closer. Actually, it might be a nice middle.
I'm actually, because we left work a little early to go see it opening night at 7 o'clock, and we just barely made it there because there was like 45 minutes of traffic. So we got there 10 minutes beforehand, got rather shitty seats. So I'd be totally down to see it again in a normal seat.
Even though you didn't like it.
See, again, expectations were just way too high for it.
Yeah.
Because look at the reviews, and everyone's saying it's like the best movie of the year already.
Yeah,
and it's gonna
what
get...
was it? It's like already legendary or something.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So you go in thinking it's gonna blow your fucking mind, and I think it blew some people's minds in the theater, but whatever.
I'm simple. I think it'll blow my mind then.
I mean, it's a very simple movie, but the structure that I was alluding to, I think, hurts the movie a lot. Because, like, he creates scenarios that allow him to edit in the way that he edits, instead of letting things fall naturally the way they should. So, yeah. Apes, War for the Planet of the Apes, pretty good. I was talking with my boys at work, Julian and Paco. What up, Paco?
Did you watch this at work?
Yeah, I watched it at work. And we have all liked all of the Apes movies
I really
so
like
far.
them. I think they're so good.
Okay, but can you remember literally anything about any of them? Right?
I mean, I remember the really, 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 really bad animation of him swinging through the house in the first one. It bothered me so much that it's like stuck in my head.
But, okay, so any of the others, do you remember any of the action set pieces or anything?
The bridge. I remember that.
Okay, so you essentially just remember the first one.
I honestly don't remember anything about the second one.
See? And that's...
Oh. Yeah, I remember like something got burnt down.
And that's the problem. I think they're all really, really well-made movies with lots of interesting cinematography, and the effects work is amazing. But the storytelling and the set pieces and everything are not memorable at all. So, like, in the moment you're watching it, it's like, oh, this is a pretty good movie. I really like this. It's interesting. But then the next day you're not thinking about it like you do some movies.
That's very true. There's been a lot of movies where you can tell me I've seen it, and I'll be like, no, I didn't fucking see that.
I feel the same exact way, dude. I always forget movies. It's like I couldn't tell you about Inside Out, you know, and that's like a pretty popular movie. You know, I just don't. I guess I don't retain this stuff. But.
Yeah, but then other movies, I'm sure there's still some recent movies lately that get under your skin. Nothing, Pete. Oh, Pete.
I don't know. Honestly, I'm coming up blank here.
What about TV shows like Stranger Things?
Oh.
Good segue. Yeah, I guess that did it for me.
Do you remember anything about it though?
Well, I remember that there was like a alternative world where, and then 11 escaped her prison, and then she joined with the boys, and had nosebleeds. And then there was like this progression towards rescuing this kid that went missing, which is a pretty important part of it, which I probably should have remembered first.
Is this it?
That's it.
I have not seen this.
Wait, what? You didn't see the opening, or did you just?
No, the one I
it?
saw was like 30 seconds. This is 3 minutes.
Oh yeah. So it's Comic-Con right now, so they're dropping all sorts of trailers for literally everything. The Stranger Things season 2 trailer.
Well, this is why I didn't see 11.
Oh, I thought you just weren't fucking looking. We were talking about this
earlier. How could
earlier.
you not see 11 in the...
Okay, I've clearly not seen this. I watched something this morning that was like 30 seconds, like a quick teaser. Yeah, all it was Dragon's Lair. And then the guy went outside, saw some stuff in the sky, and then it ended.
Oh no, this has like a shit more. And the music in it, just go to the middle and don't look and play some of that dope ass music.
All right, hold on.
Yeah, it's like a very techno, not techno, but like synthesized thriller, right?
Yeah, it's like pure 80s synth.
Are we going to get a copyright strike?
Just play it for like 20 seconds. Go further.
Not really. Across the land will be found.
Sometimes I feel like I still see her.
We got Vincent Price. All right.
Hounds of hell and rot inside a corpse's shell.
No, wait.
I can't watch anymore. I gotta see
I'm
from the
telling you
beginning.
to fucking look away and scroll a little bit more so we can hear that dope ass beat. Go to like there. And hit play and look somewhere else.
What does it want? Not me. Everyone else.
Alright.
We're gonna get a copyright strike.
No, we're not.
That's exciting, though.
It's a really good trailer.
Netflix
Yeah.
spent all right, whatever money they thought on the first one, because I heard they didn't think it was gonna be a big hit.
Really?
I think so.
I don't know.
But whatever the budget they had on that, they obviously got a bigger budget if they're getting Michael Jackson songs on there.
I know a guy that animated on it. We went to school
On the
together.
second one?
No, on the first season.
Oh.
Maybe he's on the second season too. I don't know.
Wow, I gotta check that out.
Yeah, you're like super excited.
I am really excited. I really liked the first one, and it was campy at times, and it grew on me. Like I was like, "Oh, this is kind of weird with the techno," and then it slowly was like, "All right, this is really good."
It's
And
not
then-
techno. It's 80s music. It's 80s synth.
Okay. All right. My gripe with the first one, it felt like two people that didn't grow up in the '80s were trying to figure out what the '80s were. That was my only thing. I felt that, and it was like you're almost there, but you're like you could feel them being one step removed from actually experiencing it.
Did you do any research on how old they actually were at
No.
all? All right. I haven't either.
I'm just saying that's what it felt like. I have no
Sure.
idea.
Okay. So, speaking of 80s inspired pop culture stuff, did you guys see the trailer for Ready Player One?
Can we actually play that one?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we're
I
not
have-
going
I
to get a
haven't seen
strike for listening to it.
That
Maybe
one-
we will.
That one looks really cool, man.
Did you read the book, Pete?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you, Jeff?
Yes, I did, and it was really good.
What'd you do today for our family?
Get fucking ad blocker, dude.
It just becomes a part of the podcast now if you say that.
Yeah, this is like one of our... Whoa, that chick just got ran over by a fucking bus. What are you watching?
All right. So for people that you should watch the trailer first.
Everyone, go to YouTube right now. Load up Ready Player One,
And you can
so you
listen
can
with us.
so you can watch along, and also hear Jeff's reactions because I know you've already watched it because you're a good pop culture fan.
All right.
I live here in Columbus, Ohio.
All right.
In 2045, it's still ranked the fastest growing city on Earth. But it sure doesn't seem like it when you live in the stacks. They called our generation the missing millions.
I want to see his face.
Missing
There.
not because we went
All
anywhere.
right.
It's your face, his face.
There's nowhere left to go.
He doesn't look as ugly as I was hoping.
Nowhere
I know.
except the oasis.
To this eye shot.
It's the only place that feels like I mean anything. A world where the limits
Wow,
of
that's-
reality are your
that's really
own imagination.
So far, everything looks exactly like I expected it to, though.
Oh shit! That's so fucking awesome.
There's Iron Giant, everybody. Holy grail of pop culture? No.
Holy fuck. Man.
Are you ready?
This movie has such high expectations. Like, Jesus Christ.
It's missing the mark. IMO.
Fucking Tron cycles there. Or light cycles, right? Something like that. Fucking DeLorean. Man. That is so fucking cool.
It's a key! 2018.
Now we have a bet going on
Do we?
based around this movie. Me and Jeff made it.
So, jalapenos are on the line?
No. We just said I said it wasn't coming out this year.
No. You said that Steven Spielberg would edit out the part that said that he would be a bad direct. He was a bad director.
You're right. Yeah. That he, like, passed what, like... It says something to the point of, like, after a certain
like
amount
his
of time...
later movies or
yeah,
something.
were no good.
Oh. Well. Yeah.
So the irony is that he's directing the movie.
Right. But that's assuming that they follow the book even a little bit. Like, what the hell was that whole car chase in the second half of that trailer?
Yeah, there's nothing like that in them.
Right. So,
It's still cool though.
like everything in the first half. I was telling Mindy earlier, the stacks look exactly like I pictured them.
Because that was on that book.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I got it on Kindle, so I never saw it. I mean, I guess I've seen the images, but
There's no way that movie's gonna be good.
I sort of agree with you.
Yeah. I can't wait, but no way it's gonna be good.
Like, we had it sort of small, but like, literally, there's all sorts of stuff in there. There's one shot where a guy's like shooting Freddy Krueger, like all sorts of stuff thrown in there. Man, that's a licensing nightmare.
I still don't even know how they even got Iron Giant. I mean, Warner Brothers, but
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
BJ pointed this out to me. Why Iron Giant? Like, isn't it all supposed to be pretty 80s themed?
that is
Yeah,
an
that's
excellent
true.
point.
And then we got fucking Iron Giant in there. My retort was, it's probably, they chose a lesser known giant robot over an
Transformers.
even more lesser known giant robot, some anime shit. Because, like, there's some stuff in the book that I had no idea what they were talking about.
Do you think it's like they try to get Optimus Prime and they're like, I don't fucking think so. We're using that right now.
Well, wasn't there, like, random robots from stuff that I'd never heard of in the end?
I think there was
in
like
the end of the book?
Was it Thundercats? The ones that
No,
all
I know Thundercats.
No,
Voltron?
Voltron. Where's
May-
Voltron?
I mean, Voltron might have been in there. I don't know. Whatever. There's like everything that exists. But
Man, that's pretty exciting.
it'll be a fun movie to watch. It will not be a good movie, I think.
Well, because he's supposed to be kind of ugly, and then he looks like a badass in the video game world.
Yeah, we never saw his face in the Oasis, did we?
Unless he's that
No.
troll guy.
I hope not, because I do not like the design of that troll.
No, I don't like that guy either. That's the worst part of the whole trailer. in my
Agreed.
What
And
if he's the main character?
that's not good, if that's true. I expect better from you, Spielberg. Not really. I don't mean that at all.
BFG.
Yeah, BFG is a thing that happened. Speaking of trailers, did you guys see the new Thor Ragnarok trailer?
I did not.
I don't give a fuck about it.
But he has a nice haircut now.
It looks pretty funny, and just going off of everything we've seen already of the trailers, it has a pretty dope 80s sounding synth soundtrack. Like, all these trailers are using the same type of music, and it's right up my little tush alley. It looks funny. But again, it's another Marvel movie. They're all the same. And then other superhero trailer that dropped, Justice League. You watch that at all?
No, was that a flaming train wreck?
It looks so bad.
Oh no.
It looks awful. It looks like they're trying to be Marvel with all their jokes and their sarcasm, but nobody is very good at it. And it's not funny. And this is just dead air. You gotta get ad blocker. God. We're not gonna watch this one.
All right.
A few more trailers that came out that are worth noting if you haven't seen them. There's a teaser trailer for the new Pacific Rim movie, Uprising. It's mostly just a teaser. It's not that exciting. But John Boyega is in it. And he's got a little helmet that wiggles around when he talks, and it looks really dumb. But the new Jaegers look cool.
I had a problem with the way the production quality of it.
Yeah, we were talking about that at work too.
It looked a little bit like I was watching a cutscene from a game. You know?
Yeah.
And there's always that. I mean, that's not to badmouth games. That is just basically what you expect when you see a full movie trailer. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know if it's actually a full movie trailer. That's what we were sort of arguing at work, because like the biggest point of contention for Brandon was that they moved really fast. And like the cool thing in the original was how slow they were. And it felt like a giant robot in a real world. In this one, they're like jumping around like it was just straight up motion capture. So I feel like it's meant to be like an advertisement for Jaegers within the world of Pacific Rim. But to your point,
that's a little detached.
yeah. But it was also, I think, just released for Comic-Con, so who knows? I don't know. Jeff is just watching Justice League.
I am, because I can't participate in your other conversation either, so I'm just trying to play catch up on this, and even though the audio's off, yeah, not looking good. There's just too much. It's just too much. Like, what is this? I don't follow the comics, so this is all too much for me. Like, I don't know. It's a lot of sci-fi. It's a lot of that. Where's the heart? Like, reason why I liked Logan is it brought it back to a personal story.
Yeah. Zack Snyder's not one for personal stories.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Did you guys see the behind-the-scenes thing for The Last Jedi?
No.
It was like a 4-minute trailer thing.
That was a little eerie seeing Carrie Fisher in it, you know?
Yeah, it was. It made me sort of sad.
Yeah. At first I was taken back by it, but then I was like, oh, wait a minute. And then by the end, and she's like, you know, I'm like, oh, damn it.
Yeah, it's gonna make watching that movie a little weird. I still wonder what they're gonna do with that character, with Leia.
Well, didn't they say they weren't going to digitize her?
Yeah, which is good.
Yeah.
So, this behind-the-scenes thing shows a lot of really cool stuff. Lots of cool sets. And lots of practical creatures and stuff. Me and Drew, before we saw the trailer, we just saw images of all the new creatures just on Twitter, and we were like, okay, that one's CG, that one's CG. They all look so CG. But then you watch this, they're all animatronics.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's getting tough. It's there's some really good animatronics out there now.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Man.
And they're all animated by animators that plug themselves through Maya and into the computer and stuff. So I mean,
Whoa, really?
yeah,
That is fucked up. That's fucked up seeing Carrie Fisher.
It's weird. Did you see that one? It looks like The Last Guardian. Trico.
Yeah. Definitely cool. Weird.
John Boyega. All right, 2 more trailers.
No, honestly, I just don't. It's too bad for Star Wars that they have to compete against Ferdinand.
Yeah.
Alright.
2 more trailers. The new Blade Runner 2049 trailer came out. Go watch it. It looks dope. And then Guillermo del Toro's new movie, The Shape of Water trailer came out. Goddamn good. You want some heart? Go watch that.
Alright.
Alright, that's all I have to say about any of that.
Some exciting movies.
There's lots of good movies coming up. All those look really worth watching. I was going to say good, but then I realized maybe not.
Look at that. There's an extended trailer for Deadpool 2.
Don't care.
Did you not like the first one?
It was fine.
It was fine?
It was fine.
No?
It was funny,
I liked it.
but what else was there?
yeah.
It had heart.
That's a movie that didn't stick with
It
me.
did have heart.
No, it didn't.
What do you mean?
What heart?
About him and his girl and him feeling he's not good enough for her?
Oh, you mean the heart when they just show them fucking for like 2 minutes?
Yeah, it was passionate.
That kind of heart?
Passionate.
Yeah, it's fine. All right. What else we got?
That's it, man.
That's all? Oh.
It's a shorter episode.
All right, then.
But you have half a beer to finish, though.
Well, here we go. I'm going to try to make my drink sounds more audible.
You're gonna vomit and you talk.
Could you hear it though?
Yeah, oh,
Yeah,
I heard
totally.
it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's do it again.
It was like commercial grade. Now that just sounds like you're guzzling dick.
I'm grapefruiting, bro. Can't do anymore. I'm sorry, everybody.
Well, this has been Just a Few More Minutes podcast where three veterans of the animation and video game industry talk about exactly that. Animation, video games, trailers, some animation tips along the way, all that jazz.
Thanks to our special guest, Nick Bruno.
Yes, thanks, bud.
Yes.
Thank
We'll
you.
get some more of that if people like it. But, people...
I mean, we're not going to get any response from anyone about anything, so let's just assume that they did.
Oh, yeah. I feel like their silence says a lot. They just knowingly approve.
Right.
Silently approve.
Silent majority.
Right. I feel like you'd be vocalized if you didn't want something.
By the way,
Vocal.
in the last episode, you said we would do something if someone complained to me about, or if two people complained to me about it.
You would add video back in.
I only got one complaint, so
Right.
no videos for you, fucktards,
That was
except
the-
for the Game of the Month episodes,
That
because
was
I
the
feel like
E3.
I've driven myself into a hole,
Okay.
backed myself into a corner, is the real term, but driven myself into a hole is also a thing that I just made up.
I like that sound. All right, Pete. Hit that beautiful music.
All right, you guys have a nice evening.
You too, buddy. Doom Game of the Month next month. This month. That's all.
Later.
Later.
Bye.